Hi, do you know that you can be your own cheerleader? You don't need other people to cheer you on for you to make it in life. You can be your own cheerleader because any step that you take in life, sometimes you have to decide by yourself. It has to come from within you. Yes, people around you can encourage you, can cheer you up, but at the end of the day, you normally find you remain alone with your own thoughts. When you're quiet or something has gone wrong during the day, you get demotivated by yourself. So if you don't take control of it very fast and notice what is happening, you might find yourself going down, being discouraged, you're demotivated. And this is the time where you need to encourage yourself. So this is what I say, you can be able to cheer yourself up. Cheering yourself up, this comes in your mind. It's not like you have to be arrogant and brag around people. It's something that you can do quietly within your own thoughts and just encourage yourself. You can sit back and look at the previous day, what you did right, and give yourself a pat on the shoulder and tell yourself, I did this right yesterday. So just because today something did not turn out well, doesn't mean I'm a failure. In life, we'll always have different circumstances. Things will go our way, sometimes things will not go our way. But in most occasions, if you let it pull you down, you might find that you will completely lose it. So the best thing to do is always to encourage yourself. Know that people learn through mistakes and that some circumstances, when they come, you can pass through them, learn a lesson from them, and then move on. One thing I know is that in life, we pass through different circumstances. As you grow up, if you're lucky to have grown around people who love you and surrounded by your parents and your siblings, they always see the good in you. Then now when you get out to the outside world, you start meeting people who tell you you're not good enough, you did not do this right. This is whereby now you start asking yourself, if all along I've been good, how come the society or the people now surrounding me are telling me something else? So if you don't take precaution, they might pull you down. And most of the people who pull you down are people who also are failures. And they are afraid of watching you succeed or watching you make it in life. Sometimes I understand. You might even come from, assuming now maybe you are even an orphan. You live with someone who is not your parent or someone who is taking care of you. And maybe it's not like they really wanted to take care of you. And they're trying to find a way of helping you give up. They keep bombarding you with just negativity. I'm not saying that you should be rude or you should answer them back, because remember, you're staying maybe in their house, you need them, they've given you restrictions, they're always just pissed off, and all they do ever is to show you how this is not working, you're doing this the wrong way, you're inconveniencing me in my house. Don't worry about it. If you have to be there, just persevere, but in your mind tell yourself, this is going to end. It will not last forever. I'm here for a short time and things will change and things will happen, and just cheer yourself on. A lot of times we find sometimes we have people in our lives who keep telling you all of a sudden, you're wrong, this is wrong, you're doing this wrong. Ask yourself, previously, if everything was going on right for you, why is this only happening now that these people who have come into your life are now telling you how wrong you are? One of the things that I find very helpful is if you've been around people who are successful in life and they see something good in you, then believe in it. Those are your champions. Those are your whole champions. There are people championing you and there are people who want to see the good in you. So ask yourself, so and so told me this. My teacher told me this. My sibling told me this. My relative told me this. How come all of a sudden this person is telling me how negative I am, or is trying to show the negative side of me? Pull yourself up and just know maybe that person could have their own reason why they're doing it. And it's also not wrong to listen to criticism, but sometimes you also have to weigh. There's some criticism that you can look at and ask yourself, this is not just normal criticism, there's more to it. It's either this person hates me or they're just trying to pull me down. Maybe they don't want me in their space, so they're trying to discourage me and to pull me down so that I can give up and get out of the way on their behalf. so that they are happy. But if you know that you're good and you know that there are people who tell you that, listen to criticism, use it to evaluate yourself, then weigh depending on the things you know, the values you have. Weigh, and even if there's somebody you feel like you trust, your mentor or something, ask them, this person has been telling me this, all the negative. What do you think about it? Then get an opinion from somebody else. Because in life, things that we tell ourselves also matter. Sometimes the things that come out from the outside world, they matter, but if you decide to react in a different way, they will not affect you. This is whereby I tell you, you cannot help what you hear. You cannot help what comes to your ear at times. There's some circumstances you cannot help. You live with someone, they decide to give you a lecture. Because you're under their roof, you have to sit back and listen. You cannot just walk away. It's your teacher, you have to listen. It's just maybe someone who's on your line, you have to listen to them. But the way you react and the way you let this thing affect you, sometimes you can have power over it. Go back, sit down, very fast, don't let it get into you that deep, and ask yourself, was this person really genuine? Does this person wish me well? Or are they normally the kind of person who just want to see me fail? And now they're pulling me down. Such things can really help you. Sit back and ask yourself, this thing that I'm being told I've done negatively, how many times have I done it and someone else has applauded me for doing it right? Especially if the people who have applauded you are people who are successful, who've been on your lane, and they've helped you succeed. There are some people who will come along your way. By the time they leave you, it's like they spewed venom on you. They'll leave you with negativity. But there's some people who will come along your path and they'll leave you a better person. So decide, am I going to listen and let my mind think all the time about this negativity, or am I going to look at things differently? We have things in life that sometimes we can walk away from, and things that we cannot walk away from. All you need to do is master your mind. Know that, fine, this person has told me this, but what am I telling myself? Talking inwardly to yourself really helps you. That's why we are told, if you have time, get time to sit down and meditate. Give yourself time, meditate, and ask yourself the way the week has been, the way things have turned out this week. How many positives have I had? How many negatives have I had? This will really help you to decide which direction or which path you're taking. Because in life, not your parents, not your siblings, not even your twin can decide for you what you agree and what you absorb. Yes, they have a great impact in your life. You listen to them, but at the end of the day, the decision is yours. Sometimes things happen in life that make us build us in different ways. So even if something is happening that is negative, remind yourself, some of the negative things that come our way, they only come to build us up. They don't come to destroy you all the time. They might be intended to destroy you, but some of them build you. Some of them make you humble. Some of the things that happen in your life make you resilient. They make you resistant to some things. They make you patient. They make you just learn to listen and keep quiet and weigh, you know. So look at everything positively. Cheer yourself up and tell yourself, this situation that I'm going through, it might be so horrible. Just the thought of it gives you chills in your body. But tell yourself, by the time I'll be done with this, I'll be a different person. I'll have learned how to listen. I'll have learned how to evaluate myself. I'll have learned how to get over naysayers and people who just want negative things to happen to me in my life. Ask yourself, maybe you live in an environment that you don't have opportunities. But again, you don't choose the environment where you're raised. But at the end of the day, where you end, that's your own doing. Yes, whatever happens to you, how you where you're coming from, that one you might not have a say in it. But where you're going, you have a say in it. So cheer yourself up, build yourself. Nowadays we are so lucky, we have so many things in the media. Read books. Majority of the people that you admire, read about their histories, listen to what they say, go on YouTube, listen to what they talk about. How did they overcome some challenges in life? By encouraging themselves. Don't worry if you come from an environment, you might even be coming from a slum where there's nothing good that ever happens in that area. But I'm telling you, you are not limited to information. You can get information from as far as possible. You can get information from people that you might not meet directly in life, but you can meet them through the media. You can meet them through the books they've written. And I can say one thing, information is not limited to time. Some of these people might even have, maybe even people who are passed on in life. We have people like Martin Luther King. How many people really get encouraged by things that Martin Luther King says? And he was killed long ago. How many people get encouraged from their leaders, from their founding fathers of their nations, when they look at where they've brought them from independence, the things that happen? You get information from those people, but they are no longer, majority of them are no longer alive. Nelson Mandela, these are people that are no longer alive. But you look at them, they made it in life. And some of them did not start easy. Oprah Winfrey, she was born when there was a segregation of racism, but that did not deter her from reaching where she wanted to get. Because she spoke something different to herself. A lot of things that happen in our lives, we have to understand and just talk to ourselves, talk to your brain, talk to yourself and ask yourself, is this the direction I want to take? I've been told this. This person has made it. They're not different from me. It's because they believed in themselves. And being your own cheerleader needs you to believe in yourself. And know that whatever is happening, I will make it. Sometimes you look around and say, maybe I am not able to give this to my children, or I did not have this. But I can tell you, maybe your parents did the best they could. But for your children, you can do different. You can do better. Be their cheerleader too. As you cheer yourself on, cheer your children too. Show them that circumstances, they are not limited to circumstances. They can get themselves where they want to be. And this will give them the confidence. Especially children really believe in what their parents tell them. And if you start telling them this from a young age, they will believe that they can. They will believe that they can make it. Look at someone like Obama. He believed that he could make it while he was still very young, still very small. And he believed in himself. Yes, he was raised from, maybe we can call it a dysfunctional family. His father was not there. There are times he was raised by his grandmother, but that did not stop him. He believed in himself. He cheered himself up. You know? So believe in yourself. Cheer yourself up. Yes, you cannot help but feel sometimes negativity in yourself. Feel down. Those things sometimes come naturally. But you cannot help. Immediately you discover that that is going on, snap out of it and move on. There are so many people who believe in you. Look back and stop concentrating on one person or a few people who've brought you down. There are people who are lifting you up by telling you something positive. Try and connect yourself a lot around such people. If you know that there are people who are always bringing you down, look for people who always encourage you. But if you don't even have those people around you, encourage yourself. Listen to motivational speakers. Read books that motivate you. Look back. You know, gratitude sometimes helps us also to look at where we've come from and what we've managed and what we've achieved. And then pat yourself in the shoulder and tell yourself, if I've managed this far, then I can make it. Don't wait for people to come and cheer you up. People have a lot of issues in this world. There are so many people who have a lot of problems of their own. So they cannot be there for you because they are also overwhelmed by their own issues. If there's nobody around you to encourage you, do it for yourself. Just believe in you, do it for yourself, and look at the challenges you've passed through in life. And tell yourself, if I've made it this far, then definitely there's something good for me. There's something good that's yet to happen. As long as you're alive, it means there's always another opportunity. As long as you're alive, something good. I know at this time many people are even feeling like, I've been the breadwinner. All of a sudden I can't even put food on the table for my kids. Just take it as a lesson. Pat yourself. Talk to them. You know, sometimes love in a family doesn't even have to be finances. Just having that assurance that you're there, you're working hard. I believe they can also see, and they know that you did your best when you could. Do it. But if the people around you are also complaining, your kids are like this, don't worry about it. Remind yourself, this too shall pass, and I managed this far. Encourage yourself. Encourage yourself, encourage yourself. Talk positive, positive, positive. Soon it will erase all the negativity that is coming into your system. Sometimes you just need to do the positive, 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 and all this negative will disappear. Look for something that makes you happy. It doesn't have to cost anything. Look for things that make you happy. Maybe reading a book makes you happy. Maybe watching a comedy show makes you happy. Do it purpose and do it by force. Don't wait for people to come and make you happy. If all the people around you are negative, then cheer yourself up. Open the comedy shows and watch. We nowadays even have them on YouTube. Just because you missed one, you can always get it back on YouTube. And bring something positive inside yourself. I believe that whatever I've said is going to help somebody. The world is full of sometimes negativity, but it's you to cheer yourself up, to remind yourself you made it through primary, you made it through high school, you've made it through college, you've made it this far, and you will always make it again. Even the Bible tells us that we are moving from glory to glory, meaning God has good plans for us, plans of good and not of evil, to prosper us and to give us a better future. That is in the Bible. So encourage yourself and tell yourself, if God is saying that He has a good plan for me, to give me a hope and a good future, then definitely I have to expect that hope and a good future. Be expectant about it. Look for positiveness and encourage yourself. Thank you for viewing my video. Kindly do not forget to click the button, subscribe, share your comments, and I believe that this is going to help someone out there. See you again in one of my next videos.